You have a decision to make. Either you retreat to your old comfort zone and miss the opportunity, or you push yourself hard enough to break free from it. I don't care who's ahead of me, because I'm focused on being better than I was last year. It's me versus me. Many people carry limits in their minds. They've lost the fire in their eyes. Think about the things you tell yourself. The excuses you make to justify taking the easy road. I don't have time. I don't have support. I don't have the tools or the gear. I'm too busy, too tired, too sore, or just not feeling it. Lies. 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 Some results don't come instantly. You earn them through relentless effort, over and over, consistently. Consistency is key. It's having a goal and waking up each day, even when you don't feel like it, and still doing what you promised yourself you would do. There's no shortcut to the top. If you want to win in this life, you have to do what's required, and a little more. You can never stop at the finish line. If you want to hit a golf ball like me, you wake up at 5 a.m. You hit ball after ball until your hands start bleeding. Then you wash them off and hit another 1,000. You think you'd love that if it were easy. Nothing truly great ever comes easy. You decide the outcome of your life. You determine whether your life is thrilling or dull. Right here, right now, don't give in. Don't follow the crowd. Don't quit. Don't settle just because it's hard. Live with the expectation that great things are coming. Expect them. Don't let impulses control your life. If you're in a place right now where you're unhappy, recognize that it's time to act. To move forward, you must be willing to change certain things. But it requires a conscious choice, a decision that this transformation is yours alone. It doesn't depend on anyone else. It doesn't matter what your mother thinks. It doesn't matter what your children think. Their opinions have nothing to do with this. This choice is solely yours. Many people never try something new because they've been convinced by others that they can't. They live trapped in the expectations of those around them. Low expectations become chains. Many doubt themselves because at some pivotal moment, someone they respected, someone they trusted, told them, "You can't." And they believed it. People want peace immediately. But true peace comes from going to war with yourself. Make a declaration, an all-out commitment to rise. Other people's opinions of you are none of your business. You don't have to carry them. We control our minds. Many believe the mind controls them. No. We decide what goes in there. We must reprogram our thoughts. Tell yourself, "No, this is tough, but I'm okay." You have a voice in shaping your life. You have a say in where your path leads. Life will test your soul in ways that feel unbearable. We've all had moments we wanted to give up, to throw up our hands and walk away. Those moments are rare chances to gamble with life. Life will not play you, you must play life. Will it be turbulent? Yes. Will it be easy? No. Will there be opposition? Yes. Will you make mistakes? Absolutely. Will you get hurt? Yes. But here's the truth, no gain comes without pain. How else can you endure the race if you don't embrace the struggle? Lost your money. Lost your car. Had nowhere to stay. Sleeping on someone else's floor, on their couch. How do you handle those moments when you had to borrow money and couldn't pay it back? How do you deal with the humiliation when the people you love, or the people who didn't believe in you, told you that you were nothing? How do you keep rising, again and again? When you've lost your business, your job, your home, when devastation has hit you completely, how do you come back? People talk about goals, dreams, aspirations, about what they want to achieve. Yet rarely do they speak about what they're willing to sacrifice to make it real. They'll tell you the dream, the ambition. They'll say they want to be elite, they want to be great. But they won't admit, I'm going to give up going out on Friday night. Most people never live their dreams because of fear. Fear, ladies and gentlemen, is the most subtle and destructive of all human diseases. Fear kills dreams. Fear kills hope. Fear can make you sick. Fear can age you prematurely. Fear can hold you back from doing what you know deep down you are capable of. It paralyzes you. So I ask you this, what is the benefit of letting fear control you? What do you gain by giving up on yourself? What's the advantage of not stepping into life fully, of avoiding the challenge? Ask yourself, how long am I going to let this hold me back? It's not what people say about you that will shape your destiny. It's what you say about yourself that can destroy it. You won't be defeated by their opinions. You'll be defeated by your own self-doubt. Imagine your life if you decided not to care what others think. Imagine your life if you decided to release some of your fears. Imagine your life if you chose courage over hesitation. If you do the work consistently. If you invest in yourself consistently. 1 plus 1 will always equal 2. 2 plus 2 will always equal 4. 10 years of steady work will pay off. You can do this. You have to remind yourself of it every single day. Believe in yourself. Tell yourself, I have what it takes to do this. You must go all in, putting everything you've got into it. Dig deep, challenge yourself. I am stronger. I am better than I was before. Even when I fell, it was necessary. Every hardship, every affliction, made me stronger. I didn't enjoy it, but I am better because of it. I couldn't see it at the time, but now I know I am better for having endured it. I was planted in darkness. Not buried. Every time you face a dark place where you can see the way forward, remember, you've been planted, not buried. I am planted in this challenge. And if I am planted, expect me to rise again. Picture yourself on your deathbed. Surrounding you are the ghosts of your unfulfilled potential. The ideas you never acted on. They stand there disappointed, angry, upset. They say, we came to you because you could have given us life. Now we must go to the grave with you. I ask you today, how many ghosts will be around your bed when your time comes? In the midst of adversity, when storm clouds gather and the winds of challenge howl, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, to doubt your strength. But it is in these moments that your true character is revealed. When pushed to your limits, you discover your courage, resilience, and capacity to grow. Hard times may bend you, but they cannot break you. True champions are forged in the fires of adversity. When the weights feel heavy, when the road seems endless, when doubts creep in, that is when the grind begins. There will be storms. There will be darkness. You will feel alone. You will feel defeated. You may feel it's the end. But those are the moments to grind when nobody is watching. Challenges will come. Doubt will try to settle in. It may feel like the world is against you. But each day is a blank canvas, waiting for you to paint your dreams. It is up to you to seize the day, to embrace the opportunities, and create the life you envision. Yes, there will be setbacks. Yes, there will be heartache. But remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. Some of the greatest moments in history, the most extraordinary achievements, came from those who dared to venture into the unknown. Those who embraced the discomfort of uncertainty. Getting out of your comfort zone isn't just about trying new things, it's about broadening your horizons. It's about pushing beyond your limits and uncovering the full measure of your potential. It's about challenging yourself, both mentally and physically. There have been countless days when I didn't want to work out. I didn't have the energy. I just forced myself. Very few people truly know how to push themselves. Throughout my life, I've observed people from every walk of life. Among all these groups, some succeeded and got the work done. Some failed and couldn't rise to the occasion. Success is a daily practice. It's about making the right choices. Those who succeed decide, every day, that they will succeed. They make that conscious decision. The reason many lack certain skills is simple. They haven't invested the time. They didn't make the day-to-day choices to practice when it was hard. They took the easier path. That's the difference between those who act and those who only talk. I stopped waiting for good things to fall into my lap. I decided to fight. I decided to work. I decided to push forward. I decided to learn. I vowed to do everything in my power, every single day, to become a victor rather than a victim. There's no room left for excuses. Excuses are tools of the unprepared. They build bridges to nowhere and monuments to nothing. Nobody's going to hand you anything you haven't earned. No one cares about how tough your upbringing was. No one cares if you've faced discrimination. Remember, the challenges you've endured are minor compared to those faced by previous generations. They overcame them. You can overcome yours too. There will be days when you have to push through. And those days will outnumber the easy ones. Discipline, in my eyes, ensures that things get done. There is no passion in playing small. There is no fulfillment in settling for less than the life you are capable of living. A person's true character is not revealed when they ride the high of success, when everyone cheers their name, and everyone wants to be close to them. No. True character shows itself when your back is against the wall, when everything goes wrong, and troubles seem to come all at once, piling on top of each other. It's easy to feel beaten sometimes. But if you push through, doing the things you hate to do, on the other side lies greatness. I wanted to show the world that if mental health could bring someone as strong as me to their knees, then it could bring anyone to their knees. And I thought to myself, if I can prove to the world that I can recover, get back into shape, and rise to the top again, then anyone can do it. The most important thing is to set goals far beyond what feels comfortable. Most people don't fail because they aim too high, they fail because they aim too low. The first step is always the hardest. And it doesn't matter if that step is big or small. Too often, we fall into the trap of thinking we must have everything figured out before we act. You don't need a full roadmap to begin. You don't even need to know the direction. You just need the willingness to move forward, leaving the past behind. What happens when the grind gets tough, when the work is gritty, exhausting, when each day feels heavier than the last? Most people quit. But sometimes in life, you fall so hard that fear paralyzes you. And I want to ask you now, do you still have hope? Discouragement creeps in quietly, whispering that life isn't worth it. If you listen to it, you'll wonder if you'll ever break free. There are moments that test the human soul so violently, moments so confusing that all of us, if we're honest, have wanted to throw our hands up and walk away. You see, I will try 100 times to get back up. If I fail 100 times, and I give up, do you think I'll rise again? No. But if I fail and keep trying, over and over, there's always a chance to get back up. It's never over until you quit. It was hard, ladies and gentlemen. Picking myself up every day, believing I could do it, was incredibly difficult. There were moments of doubt. At some point, everything seems to collapse. Everything goes south, and you think, this is it. This is the end. You can accept defeat, or you can get to work. You begin. You do the math. You solve one problem at a time. Face one problem, then tackle the next. That's what life is really about. Stretching yourself, testing your limits, constantly searching for ways to grow and improve. When no one believes in you, when you fail repeatedly, when the lights seem to go out, you keep your eyes on your dream. You review it every day and remind yourself, it's not over until I win. Don't let disappointment destroy your faith. The invisible prison of failure keeps you from trying. It stops you from giving your all, from taking risks. If you've faced disappointment recently, hear this, it can be a prison, or it can be a portal. A portal opens to something greater. A prison keeps you stuck where you are. The choice is yours. To step out of what you thought life, or God, or your circumstances should have been. That expectation can trap you, preventing you from seeing how far you've really come. Life doesn't happen to you. Many believe life happens to them. But life happens for you. Opportunities appear every day. They are for you. You can stay afraid, avoiding them, or you can embrace them and take action. I realize this: if you give up on your dreams, what remains? Nothing. I refuse to live that way. You are here because there is something inside you that whispers, I can do more. This can't be all there is. There is a calling on your life. Something telling you this is not your peak. More of you is waiting to be expressed. The eye has not seen it. The ear has not heard it. If you push yourself, persevere, and persist, you can overcome. Fight weak emotions with logic. Fight the limits of logic with the strength of emotion. In balancing these forces, you will discover the power to save yourself. Never stop pursuing any goal that calls to you. Anything truly worthwhile that you want to achieve in life demands your full effort. To reach your destination, you must be fully consumed by the journey. It is the grind, the process itself, that shapes you and molds you, not just the game. You don't become a champion when the crowd is watching. You become a champion in the quiet moments, when no one is paying attention. When you're doing your drills alone, when you follow the coach's instructions, and also put in your own work, that's when champions are made. Champions are built in the shadows, not under the spotlight. You become a champion through the way you eat, through the way you think, in those moments when no one sees the effort you put in. Most of us fail because we care too much about what others think. That is the harsh truth. We live according to the expectations and narratives of others. I will fail my way to success. Part of the reason we must continually work on ourselves and surround ourselves with quality people is because failure is inevitable. Life will hit you hard. Someone once said life is like an onion, and you peel it layer by layer, sometimes shedding tears along the way. When you chase a dream, life will slap you around. Don't take it personally. Don't ask why it had to happen. It's called life. Suck it up and move forward. Eventually, everything may seem to fall apart. You'll feel like it's over. But when you feel like giving up, don't. When you feel like quitting, push further. When it seems impossible, keep moving. When they tell you you can't, who are they to say so? Don't believe them. You must be relentless. Most people advance in life and then stop dead in their tracks. Why? Because they took a few hits. When you pursue a goal, obstacles are inevitable. Life will hit you unexpectedly. It will come from angles you never anticipate. It will try to knock the wind out of you. And you will want to give up. Think about this: you are giving your all, even when it doesn't feel like enough. You have more inside you than you realize. Stop selling yourself short. The switch, the overdrive, comes from pushing beyond what feels comfortable. It is what allows you to go further, dig deeper, and push harder. Reaching your maximum potential requires both logic and emotion. To truly give everything, you must go beyond limits. Because both emotion and logic have their breaking points. When one fails, rely on the other. When it no longer makes logical sense to continue, use your anger, frustration, and fear to drive you forward. Say to yourself, I do not stop. Ask yourself honestly, how much am I truly putting in? Am I just doing enough to get by, pretending I'll win, or am I giving my absolute best effort? Are you truly giving your full effort? Are you really doing the work to improve yourself? Are you hitting your cardio? Are you fueling your body with the right foods? Are you feeding your mind with the right knowledge? Or are you just telling yourself you'll win someday, while inside, your feelings are screaming, "I've had enough." When you feel like you're about to break emotionally, override that feeling with logic and willpower that only says one thing: I do not stop. You don't stop when you're tired. You stop when the job is done. You stop when it's complete. You stop when you execute it. Greatness lives inside you. But here's the issue: someone has to push you. Someone has to reward you. Someone has to assign the project. The problem is, you're not self-driven. You must learn to stay in beast mode. What do you do when no one's watching? What do you do when it's up to you to either do what you know you're supposed to do or take the easy way out? No one will notice either way. It's easy to perform when you feel motivated. But what about the days you don't want to get out of bed? Those are the days that define your destiny. Most of the time, no one is there to keep you in line, to make you do the push-ups, to give you a swift kick when you slack off. You must become your own sergeant. Hold yourself to the highest standards. Allow no slack. Many of you shine when conditions are perfect. But when the environment isn't ideal, you crumble. You must mature. You don't reach greatness by quitting when you're tired. You reach it by finishing what you started. Your problem is you begin something and stop. You feel good and do it, you feel bad and quit. People who act consistently, on time, surpass even the most talented. The problem for many of you is wanting someone else to fuel your dream. It's your dream. No one else owes you a step forward. If you want it, get up and make it happen. If you want it, rise and grind. Yes, it's tough. Yes, it's hard. I'm not saying it will be easy. But I will tell you this: it will be worth the sacrifice. If you push through, you become a machine. You stop thinking and start executing. Whether or not you write in your journal, you do it because you've already made a commitment. Every single day, no matter what, once you commit to something, you follow through daily. That daily consistency is one of the most powerful tools for reshaping your entire life. Pick one thing. Just one. I can't stress enough how crucial it is to commit to small daily actions. Those tiny steps are what truly transform you. It's not the grand vision alone, it's the small, deliberate actions that move you toward a worthy goal. I know it can feel extremely frustrating to develop discipline. And I apologize for not addressing what to do if you come from an undisciplined family. Discipline doesn't come from parents, grandparents, or siblings. It doesn't come from any external source. True discipline comes from you. Holding the line. Maintaining your standards. Giving no slack. That is discipline. And it's hard. Too often, we talk ourselves out of the things we truly want because we're overly concerned with what others might say. Not what they actually say. Just what they might think. And we convince ourselves we're being judged. But most of the time, people aren't even paying attention. And if they are, it's because you're doing something remarkable. That's the truth. When you're achieving greatness, you don't care about their chatter. Character isn't tested when life is easy and success is everywhere. Character is forged when you're against the wall. When the sun doesn't shine. When storms come. There will be long, dark nights. Times when you feel utterly alone. Times when darkness seems to swallow everything. But don't let it consume you. Even in the darkest storms. Even when the world seems to crumble. The darkness cannot snuff out your light. You have the power to do more than you can imagine. To shape your destiny. To make a difference for your children. To impact the planet. To leave a legacy. You must trust that your efforts will work, come hell or high water. What you set out to do may not happen in 6 months. It may not happen in a year. But eventually, your dream will become reality. When your mind and body scream to stop, remind yourself, I've overcome more than this. I have the strength to persevere. I refuse to settle. You must remember how powerful you truly are. The monotony of normal life and the numbness of mediocrity crush your passions. I was so fed up with myself. So bored with life. Tired of mediocrity. And it was my own fault. I was mediocre because I wasn't doing the things to be exceptional. If you've ever said, there must be more to my life than this, it's because there is. And you must go after it. If you don't, life becomes bland and mediocre. Nothing wrong with normal, but if it frustrates you, it's time for change. Wisdom often comes from the most unlikely sources. Often, it arrives through failure. When you hit rock bottom, remember, it can be the strongest foundation for growth. I'm not worried that you'll succeed. I'm worried that you won't dare to fail. Being afraid of failure won't get you anywhere. When you truly love success and start chasing it, here's what happens: you will fail. You'll fail 10 times, 100 times, maybe even 1,000 times. And that's perfectly fine. Failure isn't permanent. Falling isn't the end. You rise back up and keep moving forward. And each time you fall, you come back stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever. For every 10 failures, you will find one success. You must love success enough to be willing to fail 10 times before you achieve it. That's the mindset of a true winner. If you want to win in this game called life, you need a relentless drive inside you. You must recognize it's a dogfight, and you have to go after it with everything you've got. Life isn't going to make it easy. Nobody's going to hand you anything. You have to take control of every area of your life. And we'll do it one day at a time. Eventually, one day will be yours. The toughest battle you'll ever face is the one within yourself. Fighting that inner war is hard. Looking in the mirror and changing your own life is brutally hard. You must take full responsibility. You must learn new skills. You must embrace discomfort. Discomfort is how we grow. Discomfort is how we build strength. If you run from resistance and pain your whole life, you will remain weak. Everyone wants to be a beast, but not everyone is willing to do what beasts actually do. Everyone wants the image of strength, but few are ready to endure the work. Life will knock you down. Sometimes you'll have to kneel. Sometimes you'll cry. Sometimes it will hurt deep inside. In moments of adversity, you are not facing obstacles, you are being offered a choice. You can blame everyone else, or you can hold yourself accountable. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, why am I only giving 50? What's holding me back? Get rid of your excuses. Stop pointing fingers at others. Start pointing them at yourself. Ask yourself what you didn't do. Stop blaming circumstances or other people for why you're not where you want to be. The power to change starts with you. Because it's always easier to blame someone else. All you really have to do is look in the mirror. Face yourself. Then you can reach an entirely new level. Your mind and your character are no different than your body or your muscles. If you want to grow as a person, you must make peace with pain. Embrace discomfort. Welcome the struggle. Right now, you have two paths in front of you. One is harder. Today it will feel painful. You'll have to force your mind to think differently. You might even lose some friends along the way. But as you let go of anger and hatred, you'll begin to feel empowered. You'll realize the greatest power of all is in your hands, and the power to change your own life. You'll become stronger than you ever imagined. The other path is easy. Much easier. You don't have to change anything. Everything in your life you're unhappy about can be someone else's fault. But the end of that road is bleak. You'll end up broken. Searching for ways to numb your pain. Miserable. Let's say you want something badly. You try again and again and again. And on the 10th attempt, you fail. You might think it's a sign to stop. But what if on the 11th attempt, you would succeed? You fail in your comfort zone. Success is never comfortable. Attempting it is always uncomfortable. You must get comfortable with discomfort. If you want to be successful, put pressure on yourself. Step out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is the deadliest place you will ever be. If you're going to do a job, do it right. I've always been told I'm average. Criticized for being average. But I tell myself every day to aim for the stars. To be the best I can be. Good enough is never enough. Better isn't enough if it can be best. What you do at night matters. What you do in the morning matters. What you do on Sunday matters. The success clock doesn't care what day it is. It keeps running. We filter out everything in life to focus on what we're looking for. If you look for negatives, setbacks, being overlooked, you'll find them, even if they aren't there. But if you seek victory, growth, magic moments, or people who elevate your life, you will find them too. If you look for them, I promise it's true. I know it can be frustrating to try to become disciplined. Discipline isn't something that just happens. Discipline doesn't come from your parents. It doesn't come from your grandparents. It doesn't come from your older brothers or sisters. Discipline is not an external gift. You must generate it from within. Holding your ground. Maintaining your standards. Giving no room for compromise. That is true discipline. And yes, it is difficult. If there's one thing that can make it a little easier, it's imagining how it will feel when you succeed. Picture that moment when the work is done and you feel strong, accomplished, and proud. Now contrast that with the feeling of giving in. Imagine the weakness, the defeat, the sinking sense that you are falling behind. Music people often ask me where I find my strength. I draw it from many sources. But this morning, I find it here, in this moment. There's no crowd, no car, no person to inspire me. Everyone else is asleep, dreading that it's Monday. They hate it. And I love it. While others grow weaker, I grow stronger. It's not just about running, swimming, push-ups, or sit-ups. It's about what those actions do to your mindset. Progress isn't made on the daydreams alone. It's earned by showing up, day after day. After every session, ask yourself, which feeling do you want in 10 minutes, once the work is done? Remember that sensation. And remember, those minutes turn into hours. Hours turn into weeks, months, and years. Consistency in those crucial moments puts you in a far better place, physically and mentally. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. Decide now. Clubs, parties, fitting in, socializing, these are distractions. You aren't antisocial because you're missing out. You're doing it because you're building something. You stay on the basketball court because you're chasing mastery. You practice under the hot sun when no one else does because you're chasing greatness. That discomfort, that weirdness, is a reflection of your commitment. Every hour you spend honing your craft, refining your ideas, developing your skill, it's molding your future. Stay on the court. Stay on the field. This is grind season. Take the call to adventure. Step into the unknown. Risk everything for a vision that seems impossible. The person who loves the journey walks further than the one who chases only the destination. When you fall in love with the process, goals come as side effects. The milestones are bonuses. It's never about the numbers, how much you lift, how fast you run. It's about the journey itself. The journey is learning to fail, to suck at something, to improve and try again. If you don't yet know your path, follow your instincts. Experiment. Take the non-traditional path. Become a pioneer. Do something revolutionary. Lead boldly. Make daring choices, grounded in your heart. Be fearless. Take action. Ignore the noise of everyone else. Love yourself, Trust yourself. Listen to your instincts. Follow your gut.